Go live. All right, we are live. What is going on, everyone? And welcome to tonight's Wednesday Night Live. We got a heck of a lineup for you. We're going to talk about my man Kodak Black, but not really him. We're going to talk about his three baby mamas that were involved in a brawl out in Fort Lauderdale. So, and of course, one of them got arrested. And you know me on this reaction channel, of course, I have the video. So we're going to check that out. And then also, we have another celebrity that is not the brightest. NBA young boy Jalen Green. He with his baby mama slash girlfriend Draya, who is getting her cougar on, and not it ain't no big deal. That's what he want to do. Hey, nobody's mad at him, but of course they got drama from the New York Fashion Week, and so we got a couple clips and some reactions from that, and then we have some new dating trends out there. It's called, I forgot what it's called. I want to say we called it monkey ration back in the day, but now the new term for it is monkey barring. So we're going to talk about monkey barring, and then my favorite, which is date them till you hate them. That is kind of the new trend among ladies that don't want to be disappointed from dating. They just say, you know what, we're going to date them till we hate them. And you are not going to want to miss this. So if you have joined the live, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Let me know you are in the house. I appreciate you for rocking with us this evening. So this is Jay the Professor over to my right. So say what's up, Jay.
What's going on, everybody? Ready for this live, ready to get triggered, and you all will see quite a interesting reaction from me.
We sure. Now, keep in mind, Jay the Professor has not seen any of these clips, and I've watched part of them, so the reactions you see are going to definitely be authentic. So I have talked enough. Let's get ready to see exactly what is going on here. I'm going to do this one. First of all, let's go to Kodak Black. For those of you who did not know, because I'm one of those people, I have no idea who the heck Kodak Black is. I've heard of him, but I cannot identify any songs from him. But he's a pretty, he's a current rapper. And right now, as you see here, this is him. His real name is Bill Capri. He's an American rapper, songwriter, and he gained recognition in 2014. Really? I had no idea. But he is a rapper. He's about 28. He's from Pompano Beach, which is a suburb of Fort Lauderdale. And as you know, for those of you who don't know, Fort Lauderdale is about 20 miles from Miami. So he's a local for us. So let's get into it, because a lot of rappers and athletes, they tend to have a abundance of baby mamas. And so Kodak decided that he thought he was like Babyface or somebody that can bring all of his baby mamas together and have a good time all together without there being any kind of beef. But unfortunately, there was a situation that that went on. And so we are about to take a look at this article here. Let's check it out. We got Kodak Black ex facing charge out there. Wilton Manors, another suburb north of Miami. Brawl between mothers of his children. This is her. So look at the baby hairs. We know the assignment. So Miranda Johnson, ex-girlfriend of Kodak Black, who was featured on a reality show, Wags to Riches. Have you seen that show, Wags to Riches? I've never heard of it personally.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
And so she's facing charges in connection to a destructive January brawl at a Wilton Manors nightclub. So let's see exactly what happened. Because I got the video. It's a long video, so I'm just going to skip all the way to the end. This is another baby mama. This is not her.
My makeup done at a makeup shop. After I got my makeup done, I went and sat inside of my car, and I'm sitting in my car on the phone with a friend. A young lady by the name of Miranda Johnson opened my car door, and swung in my car, basically attacked me. She probably swung in at least 3 or 4 times.
Where was she hitting you?
Like in my face. I do have a stretch on my face, as you can see. And then she raised her feet up. She kicked me twice. I had money in my that's like my
the driver's side door pocket.
The driver's side door pocket. It was like $1,500, and Miranda Johnson.
What you got $1,500 for on your door?
Go ahead. On the second closing,
Broward County Sheriff.
You out of the parking lot. Who's driving? We chased you out of the parking lot, and you were driving down Kimberly, right?
Correct.
And then what happened from there?
I'm heading down to
So you've seen Miranda many times. You can identify her from your
correct. I will. I can. Correct. I can identify both.
So you can hear everything, correct?
Oh, no.
Have you given a statement of your own free will?
Yes, I did.
Is there anything else you could think of that you want to add to the statement that you think will help us?
I sent you guys the video because everything is on record, and she uploaded everything. Everything is on the internet.
So then we're gonna break it in.
Miranda faced charges of felony burglary with assault or battery and grand theft, valued between $750 and $5,000. Don't miss the interrogation footage in part 2, coming up next.
Yeah, I would show the interrogation, but it's kind of long and boring. But these are the types of women that these rappers deal with. So you could tell even the one that got beat up, she a little on the ratchet side too. So you can take some folks out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of people. So the good thing is, those 3. So it's 3 of them. It was actually all 3 of them there. Those 2 are the ones that got into the altercation. Like I said, Kodak Black thought he was babyface. He could bring all his baby mamas together in harmony, and that wasn't the case. And it turned out that he had some type of event in the club, and they just got into a brawl, and so that was the aftermath.
We want to talk about black fatigue at its maximum. I mean, you look at these young ladies, man, and it's just juvenile behavior. You can tell by her mannerism that she is a little, she's definitely a hood. You can tell by the pictures of the ladies, the little
the baby hairs,
baby hairs. It's like cute little hood girls, man. I would take them down, but
just for reference,
yeah,
this is her.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
Got a little eyebrows, got a little tattoo right here.
Mm-hmm.
She got her fatigues on for the jail.
They gonna how would I want to say this in the most appropriate.
Yeah, please do. Because there's we can say a lot of things, but there's certain words we can't say. So don't say that one. Because
I would say there's one
where you're going.
There's certain candidates is gonna love her in there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. Like, what about the love for these rappers and cats like a Kodak Black, because it's just like the standards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is this? What is this? This is what we got the ladies brawling over.
They and I'm gonna keep him 100 with you.
Oh, I know.
This is he's the prototype.
I absolutely know.
He is what they want. He's he makes them drip. They walk in. He walk into the room. He not even speaking English. They go crazy over this man.
And here's the question. I believe, and I can't prove this. I think if he was broke, he probably
Either way, he's winning.
If he was just fresh out of jail,
he's
he'd
winning.
probably be winning more because he wouldn't have to do anything. Yeah, you have full finance.
Man, he's sitting in the passenger seat.
Passenger prince.
Dude, guys like this are winning. Whether they have money or whether they don't have money, guys like this win.
I be telling folks, listen, being a hard worker and being high income, that just makes you a target. You know what I mean? Like, this is not if you just want to live life on easy mode,
be a hood dude.
Yep. You're gonna, now it's a little on the dangerous side. Don't get me wrong. Your life might end a little early, but going this direction is living life on easy mode. It's kind of like the equivalent of being an OnlyFans girl.
I haven't
live life on easy mode. Be on boats, gets free stuff. Dudes pay your rent. Same thing. It's just the opposite.
I've never heard of a hood dude complain about a female. Never.
Unless you put him out.
And guess what he's going. And guess what he's
going to go to the next one.
He's going to. There you go, right there.
Oh man!
And look, I can't stop laughing because you can't make this stuff up. These dudes are probably getting an argument. Why are you cheating on me? I've been loyal to you. I took you out of jail. Blah 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 blah. Girl, you wasn't cooking this for me. You did, but I try my best. Then I'm gonna kick you out. Whoa.
Oh man, you cannot make this up.
You can't make it up. I've seen it in person all the time.
Yeah. All right, now let's check this one out. Here we go, girl. So now we're going to change segments over to Jay the Professor, one of his favorite athletes, Jalen Green. Jalen Green, just for context, plays for I think they traded. They
traded him, yeah.
Yeah, so now it's the Phoenix Suns.
That's right.
Right. So he was playing for the Houston Rockets for a minute, and he was their best player, but Houston felt that he wasn't getting them over the top. So they got rid of him, got Durant, which you can't really be mad at it. But we ain't talking about sports right now. We're still kind of on the relationship kick. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know anything about Draya Michelle. I've never even heard of her, to be honest. I'm not really into celebrity gossip, but from my understanding, she is just from my research. She was married to an athlete, got a $20 million settlement, and then she started her own business. And then now she's worth $200 million. So this is not a broke chick out here, so she's not a hood rat. I will give her props for that. She multiplied her winnings from getting divorced into, she got her lottery. She multiplied her lottery winnings by 10. So, shout out to her. But, she did. I did read that also she is the mother of one of his friends, which is very interesting. I've never heard that. I don't know this is true. I can't confirm it, but I did read it. So that's kind of how they kind of got started. And of course, Jalen pulled up on her. So here's a couple little cutesy things that they've done together. So let's see who slid and who's DM. Let's start. I mean, at least, give him a chance, Jay. Give him a chance.
Cringy. Go ahead. Let's play it. So cringy. I can't hear it.
Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
How about now?
Nope.
Let's stop again. And let's put this back up. Share screen. Let's try to share again. All How about now?
Yep.
Okay.
Slid in your DM.
Thank you. Did everyone hear
That's
that?
the story I tell, anyways.
Oh, okay, I'm just just clarifying things.
I hope you know the part of our story. I hope that part is in here too.
I mean, we're working on this one right now. You got that one right. That's a point for you.
So that's one of their their QC stories. So he's saying that she's basically saying that, oh, you slid in my DMs, and so he's like, yeah, that's the story I'm telling. And again, I did read that she's his friend's mama, because they're about the same age. So we'll see. Thoughts, because you got a real funny look on your face, so I'm trying to understand what's going on. What's your thought?
Look, man, and first of all, as far as Draya Michelle, she used to date Orlando Scandrick, who used to play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
And then also before Orlando Scandrick, she was ran through by Gilbert Arenas and the Washington Wizards.
So she got her fortune from Orlando Scandrick.
Yep. So he was a premier corner for the Cowboys for a little bit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then he kind of fell out the lead. They got a child together. And she kind of just won from athletes. She lived with Tyrod Taylor.
So who's her first child by?
I think Orlando Scandrick.
So maybe they're the ones that are friends.
Yeah.
Because they're like the same age, right?
Yeah. Yep. Orlando Scandrick. Yep. I think Orlando Scandrick. No, there was a guy before that, and then Orlando Scandrick. And then she was living with Tyrod Taylor. He kicked her out, and then that's when Jalen Green came to the picture. I did a little bit of research on her.
Okay, so because Tyrod Taylor is younger than her too.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor's
he's still in the league. He might be 30. He's still in the league.
Yeah, he's 35.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah,
he's been in the league for a minute. Okay, well, that's a little closer, but this right here,
she's 42, 41, 42, something like that.
Well, they said he's 23 and she's 40, so I don't know. Well, whatever the case is, it's a little weird. Especially...
and I want to make another point. Did you see how this kid? He's a kid. You can tell he's like, yeah, whatever. I slid in your DM. Like he's just a child, bro. Like you just look at his face.
I mean, but he proud, so let him live. That's what they say. Let them young kids live. That's what they say.
Can't wait until I see the next video.
All right, let's pop it. This is a quick one.
Okay, so I can do magic. I want to show you a magic trick, but if I get the magic trick and it amazes you and I pull it off seamlessly, then we can go to Sephora.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I want. I want to go to Sephora. I want to just go to Sephora and get whatever I want. Okay, so I have this glass of water. You see the glass of water? I'm going to cover it up. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to prove to you that I can drink this glass of water without touching the towel. What do you think about that?
You're going to drink the water without touching the towel?
Yes.
How are you going to get to the cup?
Magic. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Whoosh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Ah, la, 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 la. Teleported.
What is happening right now?
Okay. I drank the water.
Hey, get on.
I did. I drank it.
Am I supposed to check or something?
I drank the water.
I don't know.
You gotta check to see.
Check?
Yeah, you can check, sure. I'm driving or you're driving?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's IQ ain't ain't that high. Thoughts?
Now I actually feel bad for this young brother, man.
Why?
She got this man manipulated. You could tell the look on his. You could see the look on his face. He's just in love. He don't know what's going.
Absolutely.
He's La La Land. He don't. She said, "You're driving. I'm driving, or you're driving."
Man, she can put that thing on him, and
ooh,
it's over. That's all I can say.
He in love. He not even. I'm like, bro, you should be focused trying to be Mamba man. You should be Mamba mentality. You over here dealing with old broads.
Ain't got time for that. Who wants to do that? That Kobe wasn't having fun. Kobe was just trying to be great. He was not trying to be. He was not trying to be fun.
That's what I love about Kobe.
All right, so now we saw all the happy joys. This happened out in New York after Fashion Week. So let's check out the clip. Look at her coming after him. So my man was like, "I'll punch you in your face, and I hate you," because she ran. You saw how she was running up on him like she was about to take out her belt and beat her like her son.
This is, I mean, I'm not surprised by none of this.
Why not?
He's an idiot.
I mean, you know, he's just in love. Let him be. All right, here's a good reaction from a young lady. I'll shout her out in a second.
Be messy anymore these days, so I'm gonna just tell y'all what happened and you tell me if I got this straight. Okay, so you mean to tell me 40-year-old Draya Michelle was caught on video chasing her 23-year-old boyfriend down the street, who's the same age as her son? As this grown-ass woman chased her 23-year-old boyfriend down the street, he yelled, "I hate you," as she ran after him, and somebody said, "Stop punching me." And yeah, it was all caught on video in public in the streets of New York City, I believe. Then this is them like a day or a couple of days later at a fight watch party, clearly booed up, back on good terms. Anyways, someone in the comments of that video of them fighting said, "Child abuse." And then someone in the comments of these photos said she must have gave him back his iPad. Yeah, I'm going to go back to minding my own business, but y'all have a blessed day.
That was really good commentary.
Yeah, that really was.
Shout out to that consecrated baby girl. I like that. Yeah.
So this is the next day. Oops, I can't play the music because they're gonna hit me with the copyright. Aw. Didn't he just say he hated her just a minute? Didn't we just hear that?
He put that thing. She put that thing on him, boy.
Man, listen.
Oh yeah, he didn't look. Man, I get it, man. I remember I was young jitterbug at one time, and I don't think I've ever had any. I'll be honest. I've never had anybody that put it on me. Usually the girls that I fell for were the ones I never even touched. But that's a different topic for another day.
Yeah. Well, I can say two things. One, definitely I don't date older. I don't even date my age. And I never, even at 23, even when I was 23, I did not date women my age or older. Like I just never, everybody got their own thing, but that's just not something ever appealed to me. Yeah. And now you already know. But so I don't shame anybody because people like what they like and people like who like them. Because I'm kind of that way to an extent. I like who likes me, but I gotta like them at least a little bit. I need them to like me more, but I need to at least like them, some. But
Mm.
for me, that ain't my flow. And at 23, ain't no way. I was still going up to Morris Brown and Clark at 23, trying to see what's good. When I was in Atlanta, trying to see what was happening in Morris Brown and Clark and Spelman. I wasn't thinking about nobody that had like a job. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? But that's just me.
Yeah, I would say you could tell just looking at this brother, man. He's in love, man. He's in love. The whole "I hate you" thing is like, I hate the fact that you got me under control, and I will never let go of you. I'm still in love, and she likes that. You can see the look. You can see the power
She
dynamic.
like wrapped right around his finger
Yeah.
because I can bet you, the other guys probably wasn't like that. Scandrick
Ooh.
and Tyron Taylor. Gilbert Arenas wasn't.
Man, so there's a story that she was giving Gilbert nice little toppy top in the back seat when Gilbert was age of 0.
Of course. Are we surprised?
Not at all.
Of course he was. And then, she was 15, 20 years younger.
Yeah. So when you hear those stories as an athlete, it's like they like the, it's funny. Somebody said this. Why do athletes they recycle women?
I've said that. I don't know if you've heard it from me, but I don't understand why they like the pass arounds. I mean, if you're an athlete, I would want somebody that ain't nobody ever seen.
Yeah, you can get
even in our own small circle, we do a check like, hey,
Yeah, I'm like, hey, y'all seen this?
We need some background. Anybody, been around this person?
Been around this?
Off limits.
Right. We ask our source, like making sure have you? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
we do, but apparently it's like a thing with athletes. And again, I don't know because I'm not in that circle. That it's like, oh, okay. It's like almost like a fraternity, it's a fraternity within the guys, but the women are like in a sorority. It's like, okay, once you get through one, you just get passed along from one to another to the other. And at the same time, and when the girls get used to a certain lifestyle, what they're going to do, go back to a dude that works a 9 to 5 and you get somebody that's making $20 million a year. So, I mean, I understand both sides.
Yeah, I would say from the athlete perspective, I don't understand why, because I know what it's like going into that locker room and being laughed at when you find out that your chick was with so-and-so. Or your chick was here. You get laughed. It happened to me. You get, oh boy, you did that. Boy, she jumped out the window doing this and this and that. I look, we had this chick named Knee Pads, and I found out the truth. My
Knee Pads.
Knee Pads. Her nickname was Knee Pads, man.
I can only imagine.
And look. So I'll tell you the story. I'll tell y'all the story. So my freshman year, I met this girl. She's on the track team. Gorgeous, whatever. I fell for her. I'm like, ooh, this is me. And I remember I was with my teammates, and they was like, "You said you was chilling with who?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm about to wipe this thing." Hey, bro, I don't know, man. Knee pads, man. I don't know. I'm like, knee pads? What you mean knee pads? I'm a freshman in college, and you got the older guy that like, knee pads? You don't know about knee pads? I was like, nah. He said, knee pads got her out, him out the way, him out the way, him out the way. Show me a little video on the little Nokia phone. I said,
yeah, fortunately, there was no cell phone footage when I was in college.
Oh, it would have been diabolical when you were
college. Oh, no.
In college, I had I remember I had the damn Nokia phone and the Sidekick and stuff, and guys dude, I was so embarrassed. That's why, if you notice, the last message in our little group said, hey, if y'all see anybody, because I got PTSD from 15 years ago for my freshman year, and I never, dude, I gotta do the research, but I don't like being embarrassed like that. So
get your chick facts.
Yeah, so that's why, going back to my point, I just never understood why these athletes with all this fame and money like to recycle the same chicks.
Man, I'll find me a chick in Idaho. Like, hey, fly her out, like, who's never been exposed. Like, hey, find me a chick in Nebraska.
Yeah, get you a regular fine chick. You know, you don't gotta go for those celebrity. You know, you
I
get
mean,
you.
you can listen. If you got that kind of money and resources, you can find a fine chick in Nebraska. They exist.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
you go
let
here
me get
doing
somebody in North Dakota. You know what I mean? let me let me find somebody in West Virginia.
places that nobody goes to.
Right. So her
Nobody,
chances of
no,
being, passed around are low.
nobody wakes up and says, you know what,
I'm
Derek,
gonna go to West Virginia
I'm
today.
gonna go to West Virginia tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like what? No. So
Yeah.
so for me, I'm just a guy like Jalen Green, who's not a bad looking brother, but just so naive. You could tell the look on his eyes, and
His nose is about that big. It is wide open. Oh,
he wiped up Draya Michelle.
well, he baby mama her up at least, but All right. Whew. Speaking of wifing up, next segment. You'll appreciate this one.
Okay.
Good day, Chicago.
Oh snap! So it's always something in Chicago.
No. This is not in Chicago. This is just a segment from a TV show in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So nope, there's no crime in this one.
Okay.
Are you or some of your friends jumping from one relationship to the next and calling it love? Maybe you're guilty.
I know, I dropped my card, you guys. It's down. It's staying down there.
Fine. Well, some people, they're calling this new call phenomenon. It's called monkey barring, and it could actually be a hidden trauma response.
And I'm actually nervous. Maybe I had monkey barring. I'm married now, but I did jump in relationships quite fast. Joining us this morning is relationship expert and certified marriage and family counselor, Lug McPherson. And she's going to break down what monkey barring is and how healing can begin. So monkey barring. So let's get into this. Did you make this up? Is this a word?
No, neither one of us have heard this
actually
before.
a thing, monkey barring, and it is basically jumping, just like when we were kids in the playground, going from you hold on to one bar and you reach to the next bar, and you don't let go of that person. So you are in a relationship, you're holding on to the other relationship, but your hand is reaching for somebody else, which is kind of betrayal in slow motion.
Now, there's some people who, I guess, they just don't know how to be alone. So what is the hidden trauma behind that?
You know what? There are various traumas that can be behind it. One of the traumas is abandonment wounds. And now, first of all, I'd like to say that everybody with an abandonment wound won't use monkey barring as a solution. However, if they do use it as a solution, you can usually trace it back to a trauma wound. Okay? So with the abandonment, what happens is people who have unresolved abandonment issues, or wounds, what you will find is that they never feel like somebody will not leave them. I don't care how devoted you are. I don't care how good the relationship is. They can be married. They'll still feel anxiousness of somebody about to leave them. Therefore, when they see that somebody maybe have criticized them or they're in a relationship, it feels a little disconnected, or that's the sign to actually come closer. Instead of doing that, they will run and start grabbing hold of another relationship.
Man, that is the smartest I have ever heard that explained. So we called it, it's not a new term. Monkey barring is a new word for the same thing, but we've called it monkey branching for I know of the last 10 years.
That's what I thought the term was, monkey
It's
branch.
a form typically of hypergamy. You find it, I've heard of it more, women do it more than guys because fortunately a lot of guys just don't have the options to be able to monkey branch first and foremost. Women, for the most part, we've gone through these studies, they always have a dude or two waiting to jump. So they, when something they feel kind of funny, all right, that's why sometimes, especially these days, women are so quick to leave because they can just monkey branch and go on to the next person, or monkey bar, as Love McPherson calls it. Shout out to Love, because like I said, that was a fantastic relationship because I didn't piece together the abandonment and the the trauma from it, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I thought about even some spectators I know personally that operate in this manner. So
yeah, we know a couple of them. But we know they shall not be, they will remain nameless just in case they're on this stream, but We wouldn't do it even if they weren't. We wouldn't blow them out like that. All right, let's continue. Got a little bit more. Let's see what else she got to say.
So you say abandonment wounds. Are you talking about like parental
It can be
abandonment?
parent wounds. It can even be death. Death is an abandonment. So the feeling of the pain of being alone, and what they fear is the loneliness.
Yeah.
And loneliness is actually as deadly as cigarette smoke. And so what happens is people who are feeling like they will once again experience the past pain of loneliness.
Yeah.
And that pain of being by themselves and listening to themselves. And that's the biggest deal. What happens is you have to listen to your voice in that silence. And if you have a bad inner critic who tells you you're not enough, who talks to you badly, who tells, who makes you feel bad, what ends up happening is you don't want to listen to them. So you don't enjoy your own company. People might enjoy your company and you don't. So you'll try to fill the space with noise and relationships. And that's what happens.
Damn. That's deep,
Yeah.
There are, there's advantages and disadvantages of being an only child. And one of the advantages is, you spend a lot of time by yourself. So I'm kind of thankful, for that. So, even when you are out of relationship, especially when you're fresh out, it sucks for the first maybe little bit.
Yeah.
But, for the most part, I bounce back pretty good. I just don't like that initial shock. That is, it's very painful. And at the point that you almost don't want to get into another relationship just because you don't want to experience the same, trauma. But, if you're a person that is okay with being alone, it passes pretty quickly,
I know. I take it, I can relate, man. I took, when things end abruptly, those hurt a lot. But over time,
you'll be fine.
Yeah, over time, if you're a conscious individual and you're good at being by yourself, eventually it'll get past, as long as you're doing the necessary steps to
improve
your life and
improve yourself. Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. At any time for me, it's just like, all right, well, that didn't work, so it's time for me to get better. So
can't force it. You can't. I remember the last situation I was in that I was really serious about somebody. Abruptly it hurt bad to the point I was like, oh my God, I gotta hibernate for a little bit. And then that's when I started my channel. That's why I'm here, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely it can be very traumatic. It can take it's almost like, especially if it's somebody you really are into, it's kind of like almost like a sudden death. It's like a death in the family. It's that kind of like shock to the system, punch to the gut, especially that first week. And then, over time, especially, it's easier if you just let it burn. One of the things I've made a mistake in is kind of like maybe stoking the fire, like, well, maybe this, that, and the other. It's just like, it's better just to let it burn. No friends, just let it go, because, it's, for me, it just doesn't work. And so what happens is they don't want to experience that pain. So they just monkey branch and they're like, well, that person ain't working, then that's next one. Now, I mean, I've done it before. I ain't gonna lie, like years ago. I'll jump out of one, like, okay, cool. A couple of weeks later, I'm back out, outside, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just the up and downs, breakups, just, it ain't even worth it. It's
really funny when they, just from my personal experience, when you are a man that focuses on improving after something that happens abruptly, often 95% of the time they try to find a way to crawl back, and then when they do come back, you're not as interested. You're kind of like, oh,
nah, you tell me no, then I'm pretty much partially because I'm not interested, and partially because I have an ego, and just out of principle, I'm like, nope, I'm good. I've asked, you said no, so I'm good.
They came back. I remember Shawty came back twice. I said, oh, nah. I was like, oh, nah. The first time she tried to comment on my story and said, oh, you usually wear your hat this way. You need to wear it this way. I ignored it. Second time she hit me up, she was like, oh, look at you doing the same old thing. Ignored it. Then she realized, okay, yeah, he done. My ego was like, nope. I don't care how much I miss you. I don't care how much. Nope. But that pain you caused me initially.
After a time, it there's always a time limit on everything, and so you have to deal with that. So even the New York Post has even gotten to monkey barn. It's so funny. This old term is like a new phenomenon, and that came out like a month ago. Talking about a new toxic term, and this is August
Been
18th.
around. Monkey branch has been around.
Right, they act like this stuff just came out. So here's another article. They just said everyone knows at least one person in life who's never single and swings from one boat to the next. Again, they're talking about women, not, and this is a woman writing this, so it ain't just me being whatever you want to call it. They can call it monkey barring or monkey branching. So at least somebody acknowledges it's something different. The act of clinging from one partner while lining up another one behind your flames back, or keeping dudes, beta male orbiters around so that the second that dude mess up, you can just, pick up the phone like, oh, all right, let me actually respond.
Insurance policies.
Too terrified of ever flying solo, these serial daters stick with one mate until their next one is in reach. Like I said, that's a form of hypergamy. And so don't confuse it with Gen Z's trendy polygamy or whatever it is. It's consensual and above. Yeah, polyamory. Yeah, thank you. Monkey barn or monkey branching experts warn is about sneakiness and betrayal. And it's based on codependency and arguably a form of cheating. So, yeah, I mean, monkey branching is the thing. It's what it is, and I'm not mad at it.
Nah.
It's what it is.
I think one thing, and this is something I used to speak about when I used to talk relationships on my channel. You can't get mad at the game.
The game is the game.
Yeah. As a man, because a lot of guys I see, they get so frustrated. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Oh my gosh, it's like,
dude, these women doing like, stop being a victim.
Yeah, it's like, this is the game. Get better, adjust, and just move accordingly. That's what it is. And once guys conceptualize that, you're less likely to, if you do go through any situations, you might encounter some disappointments, but you'll know how to move accordingly after.
That's right.
Experience, and a lot of guys are like, oh my gosh, girls are horrible, dating sucks, and it's like, why complain when just get better and improve yourself and just maneuver different? That's it.
Well, one thing about, I've always been one of the people, I don't make the same mistake twice. If I mess something up one time, I'm like, okay, I don't even make a lot of mistakes, but the problem is when I do make a mistake, it's usually something kind of big, that's the only bad part, but I don't make a lot of little mistakes,
Yeah.
But whatever mistake, big or small, I'm not going to continue to do it. And, just like I got one of my friends that I had connected with the other day, a friend back from Chicago was like, oh, you moved to Miami. How's dating in Miami? I'm like, it's the same as it was in Atlanta, the same as in Chicago. Like,
it's no different.
It's not location based. Like, people need to stop blaming the game, blaming themselves. It's like, I don't have. Usually, the only problems I have in dating are either self-sabotage or me just not being interested. Those are my problems, and both of those are on me. I don't blame women for whatever. It's like, look, if a woman says she wanted a guy that's $1 million or wants somebody 6'2", I'm not either one of them. So, hey, I can't be mad at you, just like you can't be mad at me because I don't like, what I don't like. So if I say I don't like someone that wears wigs, then you can't be mad at me because I don't date somebody who wear wigs. It's the same things. Like, we all have our preferences.
Yep. But, I don't,
but on the other hand, which segments into our last segment, which is date them until you hate them. It's a theory. So this young lady, she got about 1.4 million views so far on this trend. Hold up. Let's give a little love. Let's see. Let me know if you can hear this.
Can't hear it.
Oh, let me put this back on the screen. All right, let's try it again.
Tell you how I ended my
Can you hear
4-year
it?
relationship and wasn't totally heartbroken.
Can you hear?
The
Yep.
reason I was able to walk away from my 4-year relationship is because I dated him until I hated him. Now, I know some people are about to come for me and be like, oh, you should just end it. It's not always that easy. Some people make it really hard for you to walk away from a relationship, or maybe you're really, really comfortable with them. You've been with them for forever, and it is hard to walk away sometimes. So, again, date them until you hate them. So, the first thing that you are going to do during this process is not get jealous anymore. They're doing things that hurt you. They know that they're hurting you. There's no reason to get jealous or be spiteful, start arguments anymore. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to sit back. You are going to let them disrespect you. You're going to watch them disrespect you. And you are going to keep doing it until you no longer want to associate with them anymore. The feelings that you have for this person are going to start going away because they're disrespecting you over and over again, and you're finally seeing it clear that it's disrespect. You're not jealous anymore. You're just getting disrespected. Now that you're not getting jealous anymore, you are no longer overreacting. They're not getting a reaction out of you, and they're going to start doing probably worse things to try and get a reaction out of you. And what you're going to do is you're going to sit back and just keep not reacting. Now, I will say during this process, you're going to break your own heart a million times by staying around and watching this. But while it's all happening, you're healing. You're already going through the breakup. And most women, when they decide a relationship is over, it's actually over because they've had time to sit around and wonder why the disrespect was happening, or eventually just get to the point where they're not wondering anymore. They just want away from it. So eventually everything's just going to come to a boil and you are going to be ready to explode. The way that this person eats, drinks, the sounds that they make at night while they sleep, it's going to start to annoy you so bad that you may hate them. But like I said, eventually it's all going to come to a head. It's going to start boiling. You're going to start boiling and you're probably going to absolutely lose it. Might have a small, manic breakdown, but you're going to realize that you care less about this person than you did, a little while ago when you decided to start this process. The dating them until you hate them process will make you eventually hate them. And when it's time to walk away, you're going to be able to walk away, sis. Now that you've hit your total breaking point, you're going to be able to walk away from this super gracefully. And they are going to wonder, how is she so okay? But really, you've been planning this in your head. You've been dating this person until you hated them. So made it really easy for you to walk away and pretty gracefully.
Yikers. Hold on, one more clip.
Is taking the phrase love-hate relationship to a whole new level. It is called the date till you hate them theory. So forget therapy and tough conversations. This strategy says to let all of your partner's annoying habits and red flags just pile up until you're so utterly disgusted that the breakup is basically a breeze. The idea, you can't miss someone you genuinely cannot stand. Now, supporters say it's the ultimate clean break, a foolproof way to leave without a single lingering feeling, but experts are calling it out for what it really is, a toxic, cruel, and cowardly way to drag out the pain. It's not a brilliant exit, it's just emotional sabotage. So is this a genius hack or just seriously messed up? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget our...
That's some crazy work right there.
People nowadays especially women, are finding new ways to cope from breakups. So, I guess nowadays women, before when women go through a breakup, they're crying, they're doing this, or they're probably dating multiple guys, whatever it is. Now they're just like, let me just run it all the way up until I hate this dude, and then I can just walk away in peace.
Yeah, they're using some of that masculine energy of strategy.
But one thing about female nature that women forget is over time they're gonna start to cry and post quotes and Bible quotes saying, I wish God can just bless me with a man and can't be lonely, and I'm tired of sneak licking my best friend, and
Yeah, those are the worst.
Yeah.
It's like, oh good Lord. Yeah, that's pretty those last two segments are pretty toxic, but this is, and I tell people, I'm like, look, this is what's out here. I'm not I'm not negative Nancy or negative Bob or whatever you want to call it. I'm like, I just, this is what I see. This is what is out in these streets. And, one of the things is, we got now we got online dating, so there's endless possibilities, and it's like I'm at the point of, you know, and I do know this, these dating apps, whew, at least it's so hard to vet people from that. You know, at least when you meet somebody in real life, you can almost vet people 10 times faster. I'm not saying dating apps don't work. I'm just saying that it's a lot because you got all types of stuff that you'll never be able to find out through a screen.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at a person and be like, oh, wow, she looks like a great girl. And then over time, you go on a date with her and you find out that she has a lot going on.
Yeah, but when you meet somebody in their natural habitat, you see, something authentic, as opposed to what, use our Instagram and our, we put our best face, that's a highlight reel of our life. But if you meet somebody regular, then you kind of get a better synopsis of who they really are, as opposed to just a small snapshot. Because when you see people online, man, them pictures be the best version that they ever could be, ever. So, I don't know. That's crazy work, man. These streets are streeting.
Yeah, these streets are streeting for real. It's like I said, man. I mean, as long as you be the best version of you and have better self-awareness and have great discernment, that's all I can tell you at this point. Or anybody who's in this or is looking or seeking for a significant other of some sort.
Even if you're not seeking, if they just fall in your lap, you still need to. That's what tends to happen to me. They fall in your lap, but you still have to have the same vigilance as if you were going out, seeking and destroying. You gotta.
That was me at one point. I'll tell you that.
What, seeking and destroying?
Yes. I was not, dude. I'll be honest. I was not a good dude at one point, and it was not never intentional. It was just stuff I was doing. It was just like, dude. I look back. I'm like, man, why did I do that? That was so bad.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Toxicity. So yeah. So that's going to wrap everything up. Any last words? Any last thoughts,
fellas, ladies and gentlemen? Just focus on being the best version of you.
Yeah, man. I couldn't have said it any better. Life has ups and downs.
Yeah,
breakups
both
happen.
sides.
It's not what happened. It's how you respond. Yep. That's the most important thing. So it's always about your response, not because life is going life. Life is going to life. So it's not about what happens, it's how you respond. Just because something happened doesn't mean you can fall apart. It just means that you have to improve. It's a lesson, from above. A lot of times it's like, either you're hard-headed or it's something to make you stronger, or both.
Yep.
So with that, we are going to end tonight's show. So everyone who has been in this live stream, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. I appreciate you, Shantae, specifically, because you always support the show. So shout out to you for saying what's up. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everyone else who has joined our lives. We will be back next Wednesday at 7:45. We got another show. I've already starting to cook it up now, so you definitely are not going to want to miss your Wednesday night shows at 7 p.m. Thanks again for watching, and that is D-Lens is out. Jay the Professor is out. See you next time.